Who would have thought after all these years? I think, to be honest with you, I think it's been 5 years almost since I made the video where I bought the Omega gloves and the lore, or the M9 lore. I think the M9 lore was a minimal wear as well, and the gloves were also field tested. So it's kind of weird that I ended up buying the same thing 5 years later, and not for much more, which is also another interesting thing to take a look at. I'll just briefly bring up this small window of these two things that I've purchased. This is the Omega gloves as well at 0.15, and then my bayonet at 0.089. So I did overpay a little bit for the bayonet. Why? I don't really know, but you know, I did anyways. Partially because the 0.08 will just tend to run around this, so I overpaid maybe about 80, but whatever, it looked good, and I was like, I want that. And then second off, we have my gloves that I purchased for $612, so that's about $350 above average market price, I believe, because they're about $300, so yeah, about $300 above. And I picked these up at $612 because of the 0.15 float, which, you know, if you're a CSGO person, you know, 0.15 float on field tested is pretty good. As far as gloves go, I feel like that's all you need to buy, so there you go. I got that matching set with the lore knife, and it's funny how I circled it back around after all these years. And so that grand total ended up being about almost $1,900, so almost $2,000. And if we look back at my old YouTube channel, I mean, not my old YouTube channel, but the channel that I'm going to post this video on most likely, it was 5 years since I decided to buy an M9 lore and gloves. So we'll take a look at that comparison right now live. I just remember it being...
Yeah, for those of you guys that are wondering,
yeah. So I ended up spending $1,300 for both, and these were both field tested and a minimal wear. So it's funny because I ended up circling all the way back around to the exact items that I had 5 years ago. I will be purchasing a Fire Serpent probably by tonight or tomorrow, kind of depending on when the funds get available. But I'm going to buy a Fire Serpent and then finish up the inventory with some other things. And then it's kind of cool to compare what I had. So if I go into the game, or if I keep going through the video here. So yeah, after all these years, I circled back around to this setup. My knife now and my gloves now are definitely better. You can tell because of the condition of this knife, and there's like wear right there, and then, you know, the gloves got wear right here quite a bit on the knuckle, as opposed to mine in game currently, which are going to be looking a lot better. Just very clean in general. Spine's not too bad, so looks pretty good. And then the gloves being, you know, 0.15, the knuckles are very good, I would say, as well. So I picked these out, you know, very specifically. I was willing to pay over $300 more what they're normally worth. So yeah, that wraps up the 2025 purchase. So it's been 5 years since that, but my inventory will grow again just because of the CSGO market crash. I think I'm going to put money in because I don't see the items really going down a lot more. Thank you guys so much for watching this 2025 video. I just wanted to make it to kind of show a comparison. Prices haven't changed that much in the 5 years. I think before the crash, it definitely would have been a $3,000 difference maybe, but, you know, it happened. So I'm kind of coming back into it in the approach of I'm just playing to play and have fun. And I just want to record this video to kind of show you guys because I thought it was funny that 5 years later I'm owning the same things, but I paid $1,000 more for it. So